So I wanna do a little bit of a meta video here. Um this is at the end of my show, so this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about. Um so I made a couple weeks ago, I made a video saying that I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. And I was planning on voting that day, but we got distracted and I didn't end up doing it. And I still haven't voted yet because I'm lazy and I've been going through a little bit of a thing. Um, and over the past week or so, I have come to a realization, and I want to say that I've officially changed my stance on who to vote for in the 2020 election. Um, and one of the reasons why I've changed my stance is because of the polls that have been coming out. I know, 2016, 2016, I know. But as you can see here, right, we have a bunch of polls, and these are four-way polls. Now, the mainstream media doesn't want you to see four-way polls. They want you to pretend that Trump and Biden are the only people running. But as you can see here, the Libertarian candidate, Joe Jorgensen, has been averaging about 2.3 percentage points in the polls, more than double Howie Hawkins of the Green Party. And that really got me to think. Like, I remember in 2016, I was a third-party voter in 2016, and I remember every day, is Gary Johnson going to poll at 15%? Is it going to happen? I wonder. I remember he polled at like 13% once. And I don't know. I feel like if we want to enact any sort of change, we need to be bold. And we need to be realistic. Like, Howie Hawkins, I might agree with him more on policy, but let's be honest, he's not going to win. But Joe Jorgensen, on the other hand, has an actual shot, right? She's polling approximately 3 times what Howie Hawkins is polling. And now I just want to say, I live in the state of North Carolina. I live in a swing state. And this decision, again, I've been marinating over this for the past couple of days. I really think that my vote carries more weight than a lot of other people. A lot of people say, oh, you vote third party in a blue state or a red state, it doesn't really matter. What I'm saying is if we vote third party in a swing state, then we can actually make change. Right? And so I've been really looking at Joe Jorgensen a lot lately. I followed her on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and every now and then I interact with her Twitter account, and she likes my tweets. She's very interactive with her supporters. And there was another thing that there's a huge drama in the Libertarian Party over Joe Jorgensen coming out in support of Black Lives Matter, which, let's be honest, do you think Donald Trump supports Black Lives Matter? Of course not. Do you think Joe Biden supports Black Lives Matter? I'd be hard-pressed, right? So I don't know why Real Clear Politics does this thing where like it refreshes and then the whole page changes. It's bizarre. I'm trying to do a little thing here. But Joe Jorgensen came out in favor of Black Lives Matter. And I think that was very brave, especially for the Libertarian Party nominee. And this is why, again, I am officially changing my vote to Joe Jorgensen. The Libertarian Party has ballot access in all 50 states, unlike the Green Party. They can actually win. Kanye West, on the other hand, right? He can't win. He's got ballot access maybe in like 3 states or something, right? I don't know what the actual number is. Joe Jorgensen and the Libertarians are on the ballot in every state. Now, if you look at this, you have an NPR poll with Joe Jorgensen at 5 percentage points. Now, granted, this is like a month and a half ago, right? But 5 percentage points, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Right now, I know Gary Johnson was polling at like 13, 14% at this time last year, right? And I know that the Libertarian Party is going to underperform compared to last year, but we need to be bold. Again, this is a bold era for bold change. And I as far, again, crime bill Biden, right? Come on, man. Like a Democratic Senate, a Democratic House, and a Democratic presidency? That would spell trouble for the United States of America. They would be able to pass legislation such as the Green New Deal and Medicare for All, but we know that they won't, but they would be able to. And that ability is something that we should not strive to go for. What we should go for is not only the ability to pass things like Medicare for All, but we should go bold and above and beyond the call of duty. And I really do think, and again, I used to be a libertarian. When I was a teenager, I used to be a libertarian. And now I was never really necessarily like a right-wing libertarian. I just kind of liked the word. And I thought I self-identified with it because I was anti-establishment and I was an atheist and I thought it was edgy. And so I get it, right? The libertarians, they want to smoke weed all day. That's what I do. We got that in common. The Green Party, they're called the Green Party, and yet they don't make marijuana their main thing. They're called the Green Party, for God's sakes, right? But Joe Jorgensen has been standing up, and I think it's really brave, and I think it's wonderful. And I'm voting for Joe Jorgensen in North Carolina because I endorse liberty, I endorse freedom, and I want to vote for my principles. But not only vote for my principles, but I want to vote for the principles that can win. And that's not Joe Biden. That's not Donald Trump. That's Joe Jorgensen. So, thank you for watching. Again, I've officially changed my mind, everybody. I've officially changed my mind. But I can still say, like, again, one of the things about this that's so good is that I don't have to update any of my slogans. Right? I'm riding with Joe. I'm riding with Joe. Right? Just remove the E. I don't have to change any of them. Right? I'm riding with Biden. I'm riding with Jorgensen. You know, it doesn't give the same ring, but, you know, I don't use that one much anyway. But, yeah, so I just want to say that. I've officially decided. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But, I'm, you know, doing my best here over at these parts. You know, we got to hold on to liberty and freedom by any means necessary. And if a vote for Joe, not Biden, Jorgensen, if a vote for Joe advances, you know, if the Libertarian Party gets 4% in the national vote, right? Then that does something. Now, I don't know what it does. A lot of people keep telling me that it does something, and I'll believe them. They're smart people. They keep telling me, vote for third party. They'll get 4% of the vote, 5% of the vote, and then something. I don't know what that is, but that's something. It's like the meme layout where it's like 1, vote for third party. Like 2, they get 4%. 3, question mark, question mark, question mark. 4, profit. So that's my idea. So I don't know what it's going to do, but it's going to do something. And so, again, even if Donald Trump becomes president, even if transgender people have to have all their health care protections be taken away, I'm fine with that. That's great. Even if immigrants have to have body parts removed, you know, take it or leave it. If Joe Jorgensen can reach 4% in the national vote, that would be huge. So, I'm officially casting my ballot for Joe Jorgensen in the United States presidential election. And you know what? I'm going to be brave. North Carolina has a Senate race. Tom Tillis, Republican, incumbent, might get voted out by a Democrat. And I was thinking I'm going to vote for Cal Cunningham, the Democrat. But you know what? I'm going down ballot. Because you know what? The Democrat Party, and that's what I'll call them, the Democrat Party, they've lost my vote. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punish poor people by not voting for a rich person. That's what I'm going to do. That rich person is going to wish they got my vote. Sure, they're going to be rich before and after I don't vote for them. Right? And the poor will get poorer if we have Republican incumbents. That's fine. Because I'm going to vote for my principles. And my principles... I'm not going to vote for my principles, just my principles, but I'm going to vote for my principles that can win. Right? Howie Hawkins ain't going to win. Joe Jorgensen, those are my principles that can win. And let's be honest. My first principle as a leftist is not to achieve communism. Poor people getting health care? Fuck it. I never had health care. Why should you? Right? Those aren't my first principles. My first principles as a leftist are not voting for the Democrat presidential nominee in elections. Those are my main principles. That's where I take my stand. And my chickens are coming home to roost. So, yes. Anyway, thank you for watching. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Joe Jorgensen. Love to see it. Love to see it.